When it comes to the oils, we've got what we call a triple whammy. All right, what's so cool about the triple whammy and what the oils can do is, first, it will clean your cells. Over a period of time, what happens to your cells is it develops a crust around it. That's all the programming that's come in, all the trauma, all the things that you've experienced. Your cells will create a crust around them. Your cells reproduce every 90 to 120 days. Well, see, if they're reproducing the same things and you're keeping the crust around it, which is the old programming, you're just reprogramming or not reprogramming, but you're recreating the same kind of cell. So that's why it's very difficult when someone gets really ill. If they're not ever cleaning the cells, their cells are just reproducing the same, and then they just continue to be ill. What the oils do will clean the receptors. One of the strongest ones is basil. It's the most powerful antibacterial, anti-infectious, and antiseptic constituents in the world. Basil has that. Now, the other one deprograms your DNA. This is so powerful because even if you were born with DNA that came from your parents or your ancestors, let's say, that had this particular ailment or illness, the oils will deprogram it. One of the strongest ones is cedarwood, the next is frankincense, and the other is sandalwood. It has the ability to surpass the blood-brain barrier and enter the brain tissue. If any of you have known of anyone that's had brain cancer, a lot of times they can't use chemotherapy on people with brain cancer. The reason is because the treatment that they use is so large in their molecular structure, it cannot penetrate into the brain. Our brain has like a protective sponge or a net over it that doesn't allow any particles in. But what happens with the oils are such a small molecular structure that it can get into the brain. That's why so many people have had success with cancer, especially in the brain, but in other parts of their body, by using frankincense. And I think there's a couple of others that are real strong. Correct, Lori? Yes. Okay. Programs your DNA. So since you deprogram it, now you're going to reprogram it. And this is the part that's going to really build up your resistance to disease, going to raise your megahertz, and that the strongest one is grapefruit. Grapefruit is even used for a lot of people to build up the citrus, and all the citrus oils are good to fight off cancer. Here we go again when I admit about the blood-brain barrier. They said if they could find an agent that could penetrate the blood-brain barrier, they would be able to cure Alzheimer's, Lou Gehrig's, multiple sclerosis, and Parkinson's disease. Well, we've got it with the essential oils. Of course, it's very hard to get the AMA to recognize that. But I think they're becoming more and more open because they're going to have to, because of the direction that we're going in our today's society. Now, people who consistently use the oils have a higher level of resistance to flus, colds, any kind of illnesses. And if you do contract something, you are going to, or the people that use the oils, they're going to recover 60 to 75% quicker than if you didn't. Now, there is an emotional release that you can perform by just using the essential oils, and it's in the reference guide for essential oils on page 34. There's 12 oils altogether. Now, and what you do is there's different areas on especially on your spine, on all your chakras, that's your energy centers that go up your spine, and the bottom of your feet. 6 of these oils are in the feelings kit. Now, the first one's going to be Valor, which balances the electrical energies. It'll overcome fear, give you courage, increase your self-esteem. They used these oils back in the days of the Romans, where before they would go out into battle, they bathed completely. The other one is Harmony, which is It gives you a harmonic balance to your chakras. Again, your chakras are your energy centers that go right up and down your spine. It'll reduce stress and create a general overall feeling of well-being. Then you have the 3 wise men. Gives you a sense of grounding, and it's uplifting. Keeps negative energy and emotions from reattaching to your body. Present time brings you back into the moment. That's where you always want to be, is in the moment. The past is past. You can't do anything about it. Forget it. Let it go. It's done. You are who you are today because of what happened in the past. The future is going to be great because why? Your vibrations are high and you're thinking of great things for your life and for others. Inner child. It allows you to reconnect with your inner self of your own identity. Then release. Now this is really good because it releases memory trauma. So even though you might think that consciously you don't remember anything, subconsciously, as you'll see further on in the presentation, subconsciously it's still there. So this helps you with the oil to release it, and that's where anger and hate are stored. Grounding. It helps you deal peacefully with the reality of emotions. Okay? That means you have these emotions, the reality of it, you can acknowledge it, accept it, bless it, send it with love, and release it. You can do that mentally. Then there's with hope and achievement. Joy, there's a glorious feeling of self-love and self-confidence. It creates a frequency of energy of love. It's the true source of healing. Love is. Love is the true source of healing. So always remember that. If you could always have love in your heart, love in your thoughts, it'll always be the part that actually heals you. Love will heal. Sarah enables one to relax and release trauma. Sarah's really good if you've gone through any kind of emotional or physical trauma. This will help you release that particular trauma. Then white angelica. And I know some of you can really relate to this, but this allows you to search inward and upward. And if you put it on every day, and if you're exposed to a lot of, you may be in an environment that might be, you can tell that it penetrates you and it makes you feel bad or sad. What is happening is it's called, we know it as negative, or what we like to call it as lower vibrations. If you put it on you, it'll actually protect you so that you can radiate your good, your happiness, your love, and you won't absorb the negative energy that's around you or radiating from other people or from the environment.
Are there any questions about the oils or the emotional releasing? Any questions? Okay, we thank you for coming and go to the back.
Thank you for coming. Thank you.